Oh, hi there. So I wanted to throw together a quick video bringing everyone up to speed who wants to come to myself and Haley's barbecue hackathon thing, just with the basics to get started with the Arduino. I figure if we get this out of the way early, we won't have to deal with silly tech support problems the day of, and we can just jump right into the meat of it. So first things first, let's plug in the Arduino. And by the way, I'm assuming everyone has the Arduino Uno. If you don't, there's a million Arduinos out there that'll work. We can get it working. So it just came up and said that device driver software was not successfully installed. Don't worry about this. Just click the X. So we're going to go to google.com, Arduino download. Click the first link. Scroll down a little bit and click Windows. It's going to download this file. I already have it downloaded. Double click on the file that's downloaded. Inside you should see a folder named almost the same thing. Copy this and put it on your desktop, which I've already done just to make things go quicker. Now we need to install the driver. Click on the Start menu down in the bottom left. Right click Computer and then Manage. Go to Device Manager and you should see under Other Devices, Unknown Device. Right click it and click Update Device Software. Click Browse, and now we need to point to the Arduino folder on the desktop. So oddly enough, it won't let me select desktop and move open. I thought it should, but anyway, go to Computer, C Drive, Users, your username, Desktop, and under Arduino, select Drivers. Click OK. So it should look something like this. See users, your username, desktop, Arduino, drivers. Click Next. And this should take a minute or so to install. There we go. Alright, one thing to make note of, remember the COM number. It needs to be, COM 1, 2, 3, whatever the one the Arduino is, just remember that number. Click Close. Now if we go to Arduino, our folder here, and double click on the Arduino application, it'll look like this little icon. This is the Arduino IDE. Let's open this a little bit. Let's go to File, Examples, Basics, and Blink. This is probably the most tested program. Tested as in you use it just to make sure your Arduino is working okay. I'll explain what it does in a minute, but let's go to Tools, Board, and make sure Arduino Uno is selected. Go to serial port and make sure the number you saw before is there. So my case was COM3. And let's click Upload. First it compiles, then it uploads, and it's done. So you can't see it, but my Arduino down on the floor is blinking right now, on and off every second. I'm going to take a second real quick to just explain what the code we've uploaded does, and that should be it. So Arduino uses Java, so in addition to getting to play with electronics, we're also going to get to learn some programming in Java, which is, I think, the most common language used right now. Anyway, so this line, let's break it down into each part. This is basically telling the compiler that we want to create a variable that only holds numbers. It's called an integer. So you type int or int, then space, and then the name of the variable. Variables are just little containers that you can put things in, like data or references or pictures or whatever. It's, just container. In this case, it's a number container, and we're going to call it LED. We're also going to set it to 13. You don't have to do that. You could just make a variable and say, put a semicolon at the end, and that's it. It just has nothing in it right now. But in our case, we're calling this variable LED, and we're putting 13 in it. So this function is called setup. It's run once when Arduino first starts, when you plug it in, and that's it, just to set things up. It only has one function in it right now, and it's to turn on the LED pin, which is 13, and set it as an output. So that's what this function does. It's called Pinmode. So you say Pinmode, whatever the pin is. This is a variable, so it's 13, and we're going to set it to an output. Next function is called loop. This is going to run in a loop. It has essentially two functions in it that are run twice. We'll see that in a second. Digital write is going to write digitally to a pin and set it to either high or low. So LED is the number 13, so we're going to write high, which is on, to pin 13. Then we're going to delay or wait 1000 milliseconds. So this waits a second. And then we're going to do the same thing to pin LED or 13 low, which is off. So we're going to turn the LED on, wait a second, turn it off, wait a second, then loop, do it again. And it just keeps doing this forever until you unplug the Arduino. And that's essentially it. So feel free to look around and play with the other examples. You know, you can't break the Arduino. I'd be pretty impressed if you were able to. It has some pretty decent. I mean, it's definitely possible. Don't be shoving, you know, forks and stuff into it. But you know, feel free to look around and see what's interesting, and you know, start thinking up ideas what you want to come to the barbecue-a-thon hacker thing. I'll have buckets of, you know, little jelly beans, as I call them, little doodads and things to plug into it. But if you have any ideas, definitely let me know. That's about it. Okay, bye.